AJ's a young reporter for the Washington Post, and he has a bit of a moral dilemma, which it eventually comes to head in the movie. He's like, I have a job to do, and it's also like a moral obligation because I don't think he considers it a job. I think he thinks of it as a vocation more than anything else. Like, this is like an honorable profession. I personally believe that about journalism. But then he's also a huge fan of the man Gary Hart, and he wants him to succeed, and he agrees with his politics, and he's a very progressive candidate, and his values align with AJ. So AJ is very aware of like where the line of questioning is going can potentially harm this man's career. So that it comes to a head as the movie goes on. Well, fortunately, I have such admiration for Hugh because he's one of the best actors out there, and one of the hardest working actors as well. Like, he just had tomes full of like just research that he would just like pour over, but like he'd also just like leave it and just like be on the set and just be Gary Hart, like that full-bodied character. So I kind of had like a very similar relationship as like AJ did with Gary, where it was like, oh man. Anyway, so here we are. I guess I'm getting to this thing with you. It's like, it's this very strange feeling, like art meets life a little bit. He's great. He's great. Everyone's great in this movie. It's an amazing ensemble. Like, people that I hadn't met before, people that I'd been fans of for years, like Vera, JK, Fred, all of them. But a lot of the cast I hadn't met before, and some of them I hadn't even seen their work before. But it's just an incredible ensemble of actors. I don't know how Jason does what he does. I really don't. I was like, how is this gonna? Because you see in the page, and it's a massive script, but then because it just all kind of like happens in this kind of like symphony kind of thing where these things are happening, the shots moving, and you see all these things going on at once, and I'm like, wait, how'd they do that? Like, that's kind of incredible. I don't know, and especially given the amount of time we had, everything just looked so great, and it just kind of worked really well. I don't know. You gotta ask Jason. The main curiosity was like how we got here. Like, if you want to like figure something out, it's like, well, how did we get here? So I think this is like the beginning of that, and traces the very beginning of like the change in American politics and its relation to media, and in general, really. So yeah, that's my big thing. Like, oh, this asks a lot of questions and gives a lot of different points of view on how it started. Same thing that I got out of it is like, oh, whoa, okay, like a little bit, a kind of critical thinking thing, with like a different eye towards some of these issues, and figuring out, or trying to figure out, or like asking questions and like discussing, you know, uh, politics and its relation to media, and how we treat our the people around us, really.